Let's see. I'm waiting for it to show up, and then we'll start.
Yes.
Hello.
Well, we can't. Hello.
Channel.
Hello.
We're here for a wild time and to trash talk some TRA orgs that are hiding among us.
Absolutely. G'day to all. G'day.
Hello.
Yes.
Our self-appointed leaders are totally not on our side. Let's start with that.
Well, hi. Thank you very much for this again, and hello everybody who's watching. Good on you.
But thank you for hosting me.
Thanks, love. We'll go again. And it's, yes, that's right, cheese and onion, like these people, it's just terrible. But they're setting themselves up as the foremost experts. And experts on this ROGD and rapidly rising the take-up of the medical cult that we're on. Currently experiencing this wave of mass formation psychosis. I really do think we're at that stage. And those people who set themselves up as these experts holding conferences about how important it is to understand men.
Not cheaply either. $500 a $1,000.
Ours was $100 for an online one here that was held recently. And
right.
We are talking, as you say, about the leaders, VF. I know some very good people in the Troonspect organisation and community
There's a lot of good followers
on the ground here in New Zealand,
doing the work.
And I've seen face to face and doing the work. Unfortunately, it's a bit like when TT got 10,000 followers and started thinking she was a fucking mega god, demigod expert on everything.
And she came out TRA.
Just a little bit too close to the power, and here we are, self-appointed gurus, people who say, hello, Catherine, people who say that, they've got the answer and this is the wonder. I'm always suspicious of people who say they've got the answer, found the answer. I prefer to talk to people who are still looking, though there are some things. Having said that, there are immutable facts and truths. And this is reality's last stand. It's really at the base of it. It's reality's last stand. And we're always going to have camp followers and people who make money off things. And I don't begrudge people making anything. I do begrudge them.
Just don't sell us out to the purpose.
Yes, I do begrudge them making meat quilts out of children and saying that this is not harmful in some cases.
It's good for some.
That denial of reality through language. So we need to wind it right back to all men are men, all women are women. Men don't walk around. All the men I know do not walk around to each other, looking at each other going, hey, king. Yeah, king. So, we've got to wind it back to all men are men. And the people that are making money off this will fucking shame on you. Especially when we know that you've cozied up to AGPs from the very start, Stella, your man bits. She likes to go around smelling your man bits, Stella, it seems like. And all I have to say there is fuck you, no Pet Troons. No fucking Pet Troons.
I agree. I totally agree. I just totally
not knowing anything.
Yeah, look, I keep looking at this from the angle of if you were putting on an event where you've got those who are drug affected and drug addicted that have been off it, you don't let somebody a smack addict turn up that has the goods on them.
Yeah, mate, I'm a meth
cook. Turn up to that.
Yep, heroin addict.
You got it.
Bring in
whether he was invited or whether he wasn't or turned up, you don't let a smack addict that's packing and selling to your event if you've got, I'm sorry.
You lines at the fucking AA meeting.
Yeah, Dracula's in charge of the blood bank, and we don't need to understand anything about your fetish, you tabby-coloured cocksucker. We fucking don't. We don't need to know anything about your fetish. What we know is that you're a man.
Get away and get the kids away.
That's all. Just stop engaging about his dress and his sense. And you're right. I don't want to see a gimp suit motherfucker at the supermarket. I don't care dress how you please. No, keep that shit in the closet. You need to get back in. I'm not interested in your fetishes.
Let's bring back kink shaming.
Kink shaming is my fucking kink. Fuck you.
Yeah.
See? I've been wearing this, I don't know, 2.5 years now. It's a very good quality T-shirt. And I can't sell them to you because I'm a TERF. And trannies get mad about that. So, you know, it's every strata of society, but we need to hold the people on our side to account. And when you have allowed the fox into the hen house and said, but look at his dress, it's so pretty, and he spins, and his makeup. I don't give a fuck what you do to yourself. Slice and dice, you're a man if you got a wife.
Oh, yeah. And
you know,
don't promote his book. Don't promote his book and tell us it's all great, even though he's talking about pedophiles and bestiality and all this other shit.
And no, they haven't said anything about that. And this is a propaganda war too. And it really is reality's last stand. Yeah, you're right, Ferdinand. But, you know, it sounded like she'd been on the glass tip. Just to me, that's only my opinion. But Stella sounded like she'd been on the glass tip up for days. And might, you know, because explaining is losing. Setting your position out is one thing. But that was an absolute fucking train wreck.
They won't even
that very first, when boys welcome the ladies on, Kelly J and Stella, that very first, check that very first body language, ladies, check it out. Kelly J's got her hands up. She's ready, hands up. Stella's looking down the side, hanging her head in shame, like straight up, you know. Kelly J's got nothing to hide. She's absolutely honest. From the get-go, the gates are open. That very first screenshot is like very, very telling.
She was soft so that they could hang themselves, you know, like let her ramble on, which she did. And she admitted that she basically was a useful idiot that was hired and didn't even know shit. She just played along.
Yes, that's right. There are these useful idiots wheeled out to, they're like the cannon fodder. And, yeah, no, you don't need a lot of time because they had a pornographer on their board, and Benjamin Boyce is one of their experts. I mean, holy.
He's a bus driver. Give me a break. Wow.
He feels like a chaser.
Yes, he has more of them on than anyone.
He really feels like a chaser. Ever since shoot, I've rewritten the shoot song for that panty sniffing autogun.
I want to hear it.
We can't give them an inch. We can't give them an inch because they'll take an autogun a mile. I know.
That is great.
Yeah, well, fucking pronoun. Go away. You're a man. And all conversations. See, there's all this, like I say, dancing around about the dress. And it wasn't appropriate. Fuck, the minute you put a dress on, fuck off, you pervert. Stay in your lane and keep it in your bedroom or house.
That's right. I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive on my channel about fashion and have a little bit of a look-see about what history has offered us and you know, where it's going. So look out for that. It's going to be a bit of an interesting ride. Ride indeed. But no, I was very amused. I thought it was a great conversation between Kelly J and Stella. I haven't been so entertained for a while. Yeah. I just thought it was very, very, very telling.
Yeah. Well, when a man dresses religious, according to TT,
it's not
and sexuality.
It's a cult. LGB are all the letters and heteros too. Thank you, straights, because we're all here thanks to the straights. Good-o. So, you know what I mean? It's like pretending all this stuff. And all these things, like Stella pretending she didn't know what a panty sniffing autogynephile was. And she sat in his house and gone, oh, that's so brave and pretty, darling.
Well, yes, it's only right, but she's a lesbian.
It's not a religion, you know, it's a cult. And
Troonspect's not really there to help anybody. We're just to raise awareness.
They're there to make the money.
We're just to raise awareness. We're not really there to help, but to raise awareness about
It's a cancer society.
AGPs like
society.
they did with
Awareness.
these pedophiles. You know? Okay. So that just reminds me of you. What was it? U2 and Bono, and they got done for $15 million worth of raising in 2015 or something like that. And when they asked to be accountable for the money they raised, he said, no, we don't give any money to charities, or we don't help anybody out. We're just about raising awareness, mate. That's we're about raising. We're just about telling people what we are and what we're about. That's all we're about. Is just telling people what we're about.
You pretend to be about the kids.
Over here in New Zealand, the last time I checked, I don't know if I hope it's still true, but for every dollar you raise, for every dollar is you only have to spend 10% of it on the charity.
Of course.
So, the charity raises $1,000. They only have to spend $100 of it by law. And I'm sure many more.
Sure.
But charities, I don't think the charities I give to are the ambulance and the blind, and pretty much that, because I would, really like to be able to avail myself of those services if it happened. But I didn't think about Isabella and the Blue Velvet and David Lynch. I thought, look at that fucking man skull. The man, there's someone in the notes there in the said who thought of Lynch and Blue Velvet. I thought, no. I thought of, look at that fucking man skull. I could read by the light that fucking casts.
Well, here's my quote on Blanchard here, who's talking about that men should just basically get what they want because they want it.
Yeah. Look at the language, tormented. I don't give a fuck about your sad tale that you get stiff and sad. Fucking rub one out and fuck off. You're a man. See, everything they start with and everything they say, just go, you're a man. We need to start talking about the fact you're a man in a dress. Just bring everything back to you're a man, stay out of women's spaces, because they have set the scene and captured the language and are trying to get us to everyone to play along with these fucking poor oppressed trannies. You're a fucking tranny, fuck off.
It's not
stay out of the men's gay sauna if you're a woman. Stay the fuck out of there, you little poonas. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you in there. Nobody.
And here's Phil promoting blockers for kids. They showcase this man.
So a man with no children and a raging boner in Lycra.
But he's for it.
About children. And are they drugged themselves? They're chemical lobotomy. The man's had a chemical lobotomy. You want to talk science with me? Have a fucking haircut, Baldy. Stop.
And here's another superstar. And he's a mentor right there. It says that he's a mentor for kids,
Angry Bob. I thought of him as Angry Bob. I can't listen to them. That fucking voice that they try and pretend that we look at that. Look at that fucking skull.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at him going, you're fucking shitting me. Like, he has to be taking the fucking piss, right? Like, he can't be fucking serious, like, hooking his book. Like, this is where we're at. He's going to come in to Troonspect, an event that's, supposed to, for a group that's supposed to be helping, and he's got audacity to strut that shit in there. He's got a huge boner for fucking the fact that he's been able to get in there in that place around those parents and children.
I'm telling you that pedophiles is a sexual orientation, a protected class. Red flag, right?
Well, if it is a sexual orientation, then burying them 30 meters under water is, just fishing. Putting them in the garden is just gardening. Fuck you. No water, 2 births, no water. Oh, look, they're just men, eh? And it doesn't help because, great big skull. I mean, I've got a big Ngāpuhi forehead. We got 5 heads. We got big. All our carvings are heads type thing. Because we do acknowledge we've got big heads, but Jesus Christ, you can tell I'm a woman.
Of course.
My parody accounts call me, I'm the trans man of the year. And it's like, I'm more of a man than you'll ever be and more of a woman than you'll ever get. Go and dilate your stink ditch. And I wonder, does David Hayton have a stink ditch or a guest ditch? Can anyone in the comments tell me?
Yes, that is a good question, Rex.
And
do you know, BF?
Play along with David.
BF, do you know?
What?
As David Hayton.
I don't want to know. I don't ever want to know this. I'll close my eyes. I don't want to know if he's got a dick or not, or he cut it up. Either way, I don't think
it doesn't matter what you do with it. It doesn't matter what you do with it. Whether you flaunt it in a blue dress or you cut it off or shove it up your ass or give it a nickname, but let it make all your decisions, put a hat on it, sing it a song, fucking give it a poem. You can do anything you like with it, man.
Well, ladies, you get a sock. If you got a sock, and you take that sock and you turn that sock inside out, you still got an inside out sock.
Yeah, it's just something for a man to masturbate into. It's not really actually anything else.
It's like you punching it into your perineum. It doesn't. It's a collapsed tunnel made of dick.
Oh,
he did.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Oh my word. So, David, somebody said to me in Twitter last week that he is night mistress at the girls' boarding school. So
that's horrifying.
The fox is truly in the hen house, and from the very get-go, there was David Hayton, Linehan, and a man in a kilt. And someone on Twitter, please find me.
Trans.
High feminism.
Trans.
And that picture. Yeah, well, that was their first conference, and that was when JCJ smacked down Julia Long for asking a difficult question about why are you calling that panty-sniffing degenerate she, because he's a man. She said it nicer than me, but fuck, you are a man, and like I say, need to all get back, kia ora, get back to all men are men. And now we'll carry the discussion forward, because to have any other sort of discussion about your feelings and how you enjoy your dress and how important it is for you to be able to fly your freak flag.
And I need no organs, the pro group around them.
It's compelled external validation. I don't have to take part in your self-image. I fucking won't. I never will. Not of anyone. I don't have to take part in how Stone sees herself.
Yeah,
and how he sees herself. I can't, because you just can't, and you can't force me to lie for you. Yeah, exactly. It's sex. Sex is real. Put your gender bender word, pretending gender shit in the fucking bin.
You don't own the image of me, we don't own each other's image in each other's heads. You know what I mean? Like the image of you, Rex, the image of you, VF, in my head belongs to me. It doesn't belong to you.
Well, yeah, if you, and the thing is, if you won't believe your own eyes, whose eyes are you going to believe? So this is safeguarding. It's safeguarding problems. It's like you say, letting meth cooks and heroin addicts come into the meetings of NA and say, do you want some? Instead of helping them stay clean.
You know what, they stink. You're having kids, and then you have like the pro PDO crowd there. That's a conflict. Who doesn't see that from a mile away?
We all know, but the thing is, if we all just keep talking about this, more children are being lied to and sterilised and groomed, and being pointed to these nonce-adjacent Troon organisations by helpful idiots like Troonspect.
Right.
And I'll just go and get. Did I bring it? I didn't. I'm going to go and get them.
Okay.
In a minute. You're going to make yourself. I got them ready and then left them.
There's not so much of it. I just don't get. I don't get why you're bringing the wolf straight into the hen house. I don't get that.
I know why the wolf loves it.
And he's strutting around. He's not even wearing his sheep's clothing, mate. He's just strutting around in his wolfy stuff.
So I work for Troonspect now, and that'll be £435 for my time here. Thanks for you. Just pointing out awareness.
The penis, right?
Troon awareness. I am a stunning and brave trans man, as you can tell.
I'm going to tell everybody that they need to study you now.
That's
You're
right.
special.
It's very special, and you need to understand about fetish. Look, take part in my fetish, or I'll kill myself. You know, that's what they're threatening. Take part in my fetish, or I'll kill myself. That's what is being told, you know, and if you don't let children take this medicine. Now, it's, you know how Smelly said this morning, straight after the talk, that she said, "Oh, we're not here for that. We do this instead." And we don't want to talk to the chamber and da 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 da. Things are moving quite quickly, and
what my view is, parents. We're not here for the kids.
It's not my living.
We're not here for you.
For goodness sake, VF, shush for a minute. I'm trying to tell you something. Fucking please. Sorry, girl. Because I lose my thread now. I'm getting older. I lose my thread. That's all. It's not you. If you say something funny, I'll go off and see I've forgotten it. So when Stella was saying it's moving, I started with not for children, but I don't think this is for anyone. Anyone at all. I don't care if you're an adult. You can't make these choices. This is the liposuction for anorexics. This is cutting the arm off the people that are body dysmorphic and need their fucking arm cut off. Thank you for letting me get that out, because I think it's important
results.
We need to, all adults and children. You can't make this decision. You're mentally ill. If you want to cut your dick off, there's something wrong in your head. And you can't fix it in the head, you know, between the ears.
If you got fix the penis, you gotta say that it was the best thing ever, right?
Well, you can't fix a problem between the ears with a surgery between the legs for anyone.
Look, I got a son. I couldn't even come across taking him in to get get the little top of it fucking snipped off when he was a baby, for fuck's sake. You know, aren't we past that? Like, oh, gee, he has to look like his dad. Better cut off the top of his fucking dick. No, I didn't even do that. Like, sorry, boy, yes, I've told the internet you got your full wang, but, you know, when we at the stage where, female genital mutilation was fucking absolutely off the fucking board. We shouldn't be fucking doing that. So why are we letting anybody fuck around with healthy fucking...
If you call it transgender, then it's great, you know, like mutilated.
That's right. We got a new word. We got a new little buzzwords for our cult, you know. We're getting down with the kids. We got some glitter and rainbows, you know.
That's right. So, you know, don't cut the top of your baby's dick off. Just cut the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, that's right. Dylandy says, you know, we've been colonised once before. Our people were colonised. Me and her and us, you know, like, we're over it and that. We live with both heritages and both sides. But when they came with blankets full of syphilis. Well, these ones are just full of glitter. Now, colonisation of women's and children's spaces with glittery blankets. And you're right, Ferdinand said before, you know, I don't give a fuck if you know you're a man and you like wearing dresses. Wear the dress, but don't fucking make it about that. You know, all men and women. I don't care if you heal the sick. I don't care if you've got a Lamborghini. If you're a man, stay the fuck out of my spaces. And then all this talk about their
away from kids
feelings and all that fuck up.
Just remember,
you're a man.
In the art and craft world, I run a kids art fucking class for years. The art and craft world, glitter is literally like the fucking herpes of fucking craft tools. That shit gets freaking everywhere, man. You're rubbing your eyes, it's cutting your eyes. Glitter ain't a good shit.
No, that's right. So now that's easier to get to the children. Blue's Clues having a little beaver with top scars made me want to hide my finger in several TV studio executives' eyes, just in Minecraft. But, you know, certainly gave me big angry feelings
They get it on TV, they get it everywhere. So you go to
mutilation is being presented as fun, you know. This is one of our signs that we carry. Children cannot consent. You know? They can't consent to this shit. We like an ad. But that's what we do. We take them out, my sisters and I, and a couple of times we've had a couple of TERFs with us, but mostly. And we kept saying to the political parties, you know, if you listen to us, we'll bring you 4 votes.
Okay, I want to change the subject to WDI. And would you take your 3 women into a group of 40 angry Troons, Rex?
Well, they have. They were there and have been, you know, with us. We didn't after Let Women Speak. After Albert Park, Wellington was cancelled.
Yeah, but you cancelled it. You didn't go into that.
No, well, we didn't because, you know, they would have probably just mobbed us and killed us like the way they wanted to do with Kelly J.
So you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't lead a group of women into like a total trap, wanting them to get attacked.
Yes, no, that's not our way. I'm the youngest of my sisters, and I'm 57, and we get up at 4 a.m. to go, well, 3 a.m. to get there by 4:30, and go and chalk and do our work because, you know.
Yeah, you want to get the old, you don't want to
they'll bash us. They'll bash us because they're angry men. You know, the last one we did Voices for Children. That was TERFs Across the Water in Manawahine Kōrero, and we had a tranny come in with his it was brown gingham. So attractive.
Horrible.
But he had a brown gingham dress on, an ugly stringy hair, this funny little fella. And I'm standing here and I'm not going to move. You have to fucking drag me away. We said, well, we'll just get the police to drag you away. You fucking tranny.
You had the police there. You had security. You had a way to protect the women.
Yes, we did. Well, we did because post Albert Park, when woman hunting
you know better.
Open, but when it was declared open, here things had to change and there was a great outcry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stone, what do you think about this photo? Please just.
I know what you're talking about. No, I'm aware of the background as to what the creed is that these women believe that they're doing, but I believe they're professional victims.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. And it's a difficult if you're leading women into like getting attacked with no like backup plan to get them out of there. Yeah. Send them to a hospital is not a good plan.
No, because the thing about Posey Parker was in New York and going across America, things turned south and she went, right, well, we're not going there. We're not going there. I mean, I haven't heard much about Portland as a place until it became infected.
Yeah. Everyone knows that's like you just
and Portland, I mean, I would never go to Portland. I probably wouldn't even visit Portland. If I had, you know, like won lotto or whatever and was allowed in America, I probably wouldn't be allowed. But if I was allowed, I wouldn't be going to Portland because, you know,
dangerous. But I didn't tell the Troons where I'm at. I mean, they actually invited them in their Zoom meeting. They say it was leaked by accident, but I don't buy that.
Aye.
Yeah. I just think
end up smiling. Yeah.
You're playing really dangerous games now, aren't you? Like, and especially, you know, over Twitter there was a contract floating around.
Oh, I got to show you that contract.
Yeah, and you know, signing away your
bodily
right self-defense. I really just go back and watch the footage in Melbourne that I taped, and you know, that guy, as he got ripped past me from grabbing the microphone by the security guard, grabbing my equipment, he got a good kick. You know, he got a good kick, get my equipment back from him.
Stop that.
I'm not sitting back and having some man, you know, like if you're going to come at me, I'm going to protect myself. I just don't think sitting down and
protect themselves.
and signing that away, like literally signing.
How do you get saying that rights and sign them away? Like, I don't understand that.
No, even if I signed that, I would be in trouble because my natural reflexes I did martial arts growing up. Rex, you've done a stint of martial arts in the past too. Sometimes when you have even small amount of training, your body's going to defend itself. So I wouldn't sign a contract based on the fact that I know my body would not let itself or lend itself to being attacked without fighting back. My whole self would, would be doing it. It'd be, unconscious movement and surreal before I'd realize that, both of us got a bit of scuffs on us, not just one.
You're not the boss of me. You can't tell me what I can and can't do.
On the side of the street.
In regard, in regard to my bodily autonomy and my safety.
Right.
It's
and if you
nothing
are
to do.
telling
And
me
if I
that your
go-
goal is like walk me
Can
into
I just make
danger,
it clear that's
Oh.
WDI USA, because the New Zealand one's not. To
oh
my
no, I know
knowledge,
USA branch.
But
I
that's
don't want to
USA.
say all of,
This is to say that you're not allowed to defend yourself and you've just got to stand there and take it, and then to go walking. It's like you don't walk past gang headquarters mocking them and laughing at
Nobody
them
does
and
that.
disrespecting them, talking shit, and you don't poke the bear. You don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the difference between an organised rally like post Albert Park here, we've been afforded the protection as all citizens of New Zealand are entitled to. The citizens are entitled to be protected by the constabulary. But to lead yourselves willingly into this without talking to police, having security, backups, exit plans, and safety plans for every eventuality.
Do you care about the women if you don't do those things? Like, seriously.
If you want to go and have yourself bashed by Troons and then show your pain porn on social platforms to gain an audience, well done you. And
well, I reckon if that's the case, Rex, train up hard, put yourself in the ring with Fallon Fox. If you want to fight Troons,
Right.
train up big, put yourself in the ring with
what is
Fallon Fox.
Why
that's
not?
right. It's well, also
This is the model
I know
to.
I know the suffragettes got 9/10 of fuck all when they said please. I know that. They didn't do that though.
And they had ways to get women out of there, I'm sure. They had backup plans. But this is Greenpeace resistance, behind them. And this is their strategy.
Is save the planet one boot at a time.
How can you be for the planet and trans? Hospitals make more medical waste and waste in general than any other thing on the bloody planet, except maybe cruise liners. Cruise liners and hospitals make the most waste of the planet. How can you be for trooning people out and for the environment? Make this shit make sense, please.
No, but I'm talking about the blood sacrifice they want to save the planet. Come on. That's the mentality of Greenpeace resistance right here.
Absolutely it is.
You know what? I can see them in smocks and terrible haircuts looking at the sun going, it burns in the 14th century. It's just not for me. And passive resistance is not going and throwing yourself on trannies and expecting them not to bash you.
It's never happened for women. Women has not gotten infamy from other men by getting themselves hurt and smiling about it. That's called porn.
Yeah. It's a bit distasteful.
Feminist version,
The thing is, when women like us can see through it and then realise that it's staged and other people can see it, it's not going to help, is it? As
she never wore makeup in her life.
Me as a TRA. Oh, which event should I go and protest? VF's event and the ladies or IWD? I'm going the one where I can kick the shit out of women, right?
Right. If I want to have fun,
how is that like a deterrent from bringing more of these bastards along? Just saying, free ride, kicks here.
Hey, well, feel free to protest in any way you want. If you want to fight this by getting bashed, well, okay. It's a little
Well,
bit like...
I'm against informed consent when it hurts women. You know, like, I don't care what side we're on. Women should not be okay with signing their lives away. That's a cult.
Well, they should be, because you know what? If you sign that contract, then I can't help you. I can't help you because there's something not right in your head that you think that that's okay. And I'll just leave you to do your turfing some other way, mate. Because fuck, no thanks.
I don't think the Gandhi approach is going to work all in every single case. And this particular ideology, your Gandhi, you sit there and you're passive, is not going to work.
You know, we'll go and pour some fucking oil on a painting. Go and fucking pour some oil on a painting, then you fucking ex, because that's as effective this fake stuff is. And I know it's not fake. I can see her bruises and la la la.
No, the bruises are real.
To deliberately go where trannies are. I mean, we did get swamped, my sisters and I, and Doris, I think was with us. We went to the Let Women Speak event where there were
I didn't even get hit.
70 people, and there were about 200 or 300 of them, 300 easily, and we walked right through them with a security guard, because I just said to them, they're pretty ugly and blah, but they had security. It was at our town hall, Wellington Town Hall, but to go places to do that deliberately, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm ready for civil action. I really am ready for civil disobedience. You know, that I'm not ready to get battered by some tranny. I'm ready for civil disobedience.
Yeah.
I can't say more than that. I might give away the plot.
The unfortunate thing, though, the beatings of the women is part of the fetish as well. Like, there's that element of those who are going to be attracted to that particular event, because those particular people that are non-aggressive, they're not going to defend themselves. They sign a contract saying we're not going to defend ourselves. When that gets out, like they see their contract that is welcoming more of the same of these people to these events.
It makes it more dangerous for anybody that goes out there.
We're quite lucky in New Zealand. We've had a change of government. We have a coalition in, so some very broad concessions had to be made. And one of the biggest concessions for us TERFs, is that gender ideology, the relationships, sexuality and education modules in our schools are going to be scrapped and rewritten with a focus on reality. There will be no gender ideology. That's in it. I mean, there'll be some probably shit talk about it, but it will be about LGB and heteros, and it's okay to be in the body. There's sorry, it's come back to me. There was a clip going around Twitter at the moment. Someone, I think I retweeted it, I'm not sure, but I watched it, and it was Arsenio Hall on his show from way back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dealing with, yes, it is feminism. We did it. There'll be no gender will in our schools soon. But Arsenio has got these two militant, I won't call that, they weren't gay. They were gay rights. Like the remoras that attach to the sharks, you know, like the movement is LGB, mate, we need our rights. And then these outliers were like, why don't you have any gay people on your show? And we're screaming at him and that. And he says, oh, you think I'm going to ignore this? You think I'm going to just ignore this? No, this is my show. And he's repetitive, and it's really good command and control of the language and the space. He says, we're going to deal with this. And he goes up to them and says, I have had gay people on this show, but they don't talk about their sexuality because that's not why they're on my show.
Exactly. I have more to my life than just my sexuality. I mean, unless we want to talk about my life.
Why do these trannies insist on telling us all about their fucking medical history? You know, that's all their life is sort of from this surgery to that surgery and these dosages. And, you know, we were staring down the barrel of fucking seeing our maths problems become, and now how many ampules of testosterone will Jenna need to take every week until she feels like a man?
In every lesson, in every show, it's there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were staring at it because there's been some fucking rageous yuck stuff, you know. And as for the men who, you know, say, "Oh, I know I'm a man," and blah, you stay out of women's spaces, because I know you'll still take a giant man shit in a woman's toilet just to validate yourself when you're not around us. So fuck no, all men are men. That's it. You got to take it right back to the unpleasant shit that's going on and relate it right back to, I don't want a big man dump in my fucking toilet when I'm trying to change my granddaughter.
That's right. That's right.
Stay out and fucking all men are men. Wind it right back. Why are the corporations jumping on it? Because it is a fucking endless money story. They've got lifelong patience. They get the children. And, you know, this lifelong patience bullshit, fuck. And it's a face of capitalism that needs to stop.
Including on our side. Yes. Our side needs to stop. Well, they're not our side, but they say they are.
Well, it's because the language has been captured, and I say that Confucius quote all the time. Thank you, la scapiliata. You know, if names be not correct, then language is not in accordance with the truth of things. I can call my Toyota a Bentley, it's never going to be a luxury car. I can call my table a zebra. It is never going to fucking go to Africa and run around, is it? But they've both got 4 legs, you fucking bigots.
I can put my potato in the microwave, defrost it as a steak, and take it straight back out as a potato.
Yes, that's right. And, you know, it's really important to just pare it all back because, see, Troonspect are loving this because therefore this man has come out and he's gone, pedophilia. Denmark had a show of a man with a very long penis, which is, I don't know what planet that's funny on.
I don't
for children. The Dutch had that fucking naked bodies show where people just stood around being naked in front of children. And, you know, this is that paedophile agenda. It's really a paedophile agenda.
Yeah, that's what they
come out of children. And that's why they need to erase women, because we are the first and last offenders.
Yep. And that is, unfortunately, what's dangerous about Genspect. If Genspect's going in and out of schools, raising awareness of this sort of shit, then they're putting it in the consciousness of the younger generation, where it shouldn't be fucking there in the first place. So now we've got this Ouroboros, or this fucking circular fucking notion of, oh, gee, we got to make people aware, and we're making the awareness, bringing them into primary schools, bringing them into, you know, now you've got it in early child, you know.
Children don't need to be aware of perverts.
No,
that's right. Better have a book on fucking my yellow crayon wants to be green.
Yeah. They don't need to know about teddy bears that want to be trannies. And
I don't care who does the grooming.
Troonspect. Hi, sister.
Keep it away from kids.
Sister. Oh, look. I had something there. Hopefully it will come back.
Raising awareness bullshit where you're doing absolutely really nothing to help anybody
but yourself.
Bring the bullshit back into the consciousness of the whole.
Yeah. It's an endless grift. Like I say, it's a face of capitalism that deserves the stomp, because once we start slicing and dicing and compartmentalizing ourselves, then transhumanism is going to take hold. And
the parents have to say no. Kids don't understand boundaries.
But this is the commodification of the species, because there's nothing left, you know. We've pillaged and plundered and, you know, helped ourselves all over the place, but there's no more money to be made. But there is, if you're an endless patient, and that's why they need the children, and children being confused. And, you know, the most important thing on children's mind ought to be what's for dinner, and can Tim come over for a play date? Or can, you know, Jenny and I go down the park later with your mum? That is the most pressing thing that children need to know about. They don't
Not
need
if
to
you're
know
an
middle-aged
kid.
men with a fetish. They don't need to know about men who like makeup and get a little stiffy in their mummy's clothes. Like, fuck the fuck off.
They
Nobody
don't need
needs to
mentor like
do
that.
this pretendy shits.
Yeah, can
There
I
it
have
is.
three?
And yes, it is disaster capitalism. But
Yeah,
it is.
can I have
There's
three
nothing
cookies
else
before
left.
I go
Let's
dancing
go
this
on.
afternoon?
Sorry?
Kitty, they just want to know when they get home from school, can I have 3 cookies, not 2, before I go to my dancing class, Mum?
Yeah, exactly. These are the things, not all this fucking anxiety about the world and
Kids will
la,
need
la,
this
la.
awareness.
It is. And, you know, we don't have to participate in people's, what is essentially your fucking personal fantasy, bro. You know, I don't have to participate or validate you in your fetish, and I never will. And yes, just circling back, I saw the Freedom Riders, and I don't think they would have signed. I don't know if they would have signed an agreement
Contract
back
like
then.
the
I'm not
reality.
sure. Passive resistance is one thing, but to have contracts saying you can't defend yourself, I mean,
To the death.
really and truly, and then putting it.
And also,
I don't know.
they can sue you for a
I'm
house
not
that
sure.
they created.
I don't think that at this stage, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I do feel like we are on the brink of it just going
Going away?
not fully away, but there being, you know, like when you lance a boil, that initial pinprick, and then there's
Sooner or later.
We're at the first stage. We're at the first stage of all that yuck coming out because it got lanced at Albert Park. The festering boil that is tranny fucking.
But they're desperate to rebrand it. They want to rebrand it first. That's what they're trying to do with Genspect.
Oh, always. And now we're just, we're this, we're that. We're anything you want us to be because we're dancing for your money. And it doesn't matter about your children, because if I just put on my little Irish accent and twinkle away with my meaningless words washing over you, she comes across as caring and compassionate, smelly, but no. And it's just a no, because she's always fucking creeped me out, because everyone was talking about her wonderful doco with David Hayton, and his face is just fucking collapsed. It's like, I can't stand the look of him. And it's stay out of the women's. The very first Genspect conference had him there. Now, and he was, as I say, with Linehan and some dude in a kilt. Jane Claire Jones is an academic who gets lots of money off this, you know, as well. Oh, they're like, no Pet Troons. Holly Lawford Smith, there you go again, Aussie lady. You in your fucking Devo suit. All you need is a little Devo hat with your boiler suit. No Pet Troons.
If they have Pet Troons, I don't trust them. Simple as that.
Fuck off. I'm not interested in a golf.
Yeah, Pet Troons.
Yeah, no Pet Troons. No AGPs, you know, they're AG-apologists, you fucking AG perverts, you AG fucking panderers.
Thanks, Beatrix.
No. Hi, Beatrix. How are you? Oh. So, yes, it's just crazy. You know, that, and rebranding, they're trying to move on and we'll be what you want or this or that. And the money keeps rolling in for these concerned citizens who are, you know, you've had a pornographer, you've had a YouTube, you've had a fucking chaser. All of, you know, these people are not on our side.
Right, they're not our leaders. They're not our leaders.
That was like, what, 4 years ago, Buck Angel on their panel? You know, come on. I live in buttfuck Australia here, right? Like nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere. I know a young girl who's now 21 years old that's had her boobs cut off because her hero was Buck Angel, friend of my daughter. So the reaching of the bullshit, thanks to Susan, has long reaching. So she can backpedal as much as she likes now. The best thing she could do was shut down all media and just shut the fuck up.
But that's
the best thing that she could do.
For herself.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to be a good guy now, but she's not. She created.
Got a young girl, you know, started off, end up being Kai.
All the
like they all
ages,
Kai.
their hero right there.
There's-
Yeah,
And there
so
is
Kai's
so
got
many
no
ways.
boobs, long hair, and a mustache.
Look at that. And this poster says so many ways to peel a child. And that is from the inimitable Sarah Henderson. She's a top turf. We need to make some cards, I reckon, of our top turfs. And no, I don't think you're the freedom riders to Alabama girls. The way you're doing it with your non-disclosure, and it wasn't me, I'm not sure the world's ready for that.
A list of those who don't keep Pet Troons.
No Pet
Who's on my list? And you guys would all be on it. And the ladies in the chat, of course, all of my.
Absolutely.
Yes. Hi, Mary. It's true though. No Pet Troons.
Turfs.
The personal is not the political here. The personal is not political, and there's a woman that comes into Twitter Spaces and talks about her tranny friends and her lovely tranny friends, and they're not offending.
No.
La la la. I don't give a fuck about your private life. This is the thing. I mean, you know a bit about me because I'm an aggressive oversharer and I weave. But I don't need to tell you about my life or my medical history for us to be friends. But there's no Pet Troons. I don't care about your life, how wonderful he is in your life, and that whole gotcha about the toilets and in your home it's gender neutral because we don't let fuckwits come in. Oh,
nope, she's popped out.
Oh, right. Well, we don't let strangers use our toilet.
No, that's right. That's right. Actually, there was an interview Sal Grove did recently with somebody who wasn't gender critical, and she said it perfectly. You'll go and have a chat with your mum while she's in the shower, while you're brushing your teeth and your hair and putting your makeup on, but you're not doing that with your dad. You're just not.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
There's welcome back. Hey, look, we kicked her out of her own show. Beatrix, there's no nuance in this. Say we can't have nuanced conversations at the minute. We will be able to once again, but at the minute I don't think we can have what are nuanced conversations because of the bad faith actors you're talking about and the people that are making money off the grift. Because the longer we talk, the more children are being fucking put into the gender abattoir and they're making meat quilts out of them. And like I said, it's not just children. I don't believe that any of this medicine that they call it medicine, I laughingly refer to it, it's as effective as putting arsenic on your face the lead powder on your face, sorry. It's just as effective as putting white powder on your face in those women. Was it 17th century?
17th century. And mercury in their hair.
Yeah, it just put that mercury in and it's just as effective. They are placebo treatments. I'll give TT her due,
Better cut a little heart shape, something out to stick on top of your little scar that you've just got from your white lead. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, beauty spots because you're dying to be pretty drop dead gorgeous, dying to be
out of your wig a bit more there, Rex.
Yeah. So this is what we're up against. So we need to pair it right the way back. And we will have the nuanced conversations when we don't have the useful idiots going, why do we call them trans widows? Because he's not dead and trans isn't real. Because those are the words we have at the minute. And also everyone knows what that means.
Okay, I think my computer's dying. So I'm going to end the stream soon.
Okay, but he died in every meaningful way. That's my experience when I left a tranny 20 years ago. So I think of myself as a bit of a widow. But all men are men. Bring the conversation back to all men are men. And stay out. I don't care if you walk on water and you're fucking Messiah. If you're a man, stay out of our spaces.
And stay away from kids if you got a fetish. I mean, simple as that.
Fuck yeah, no Pet Troons. All men are men, and children do not need to know anything past where's my ball and can my friend come over and what's for tea.
That's it. Absolutely, Rex. Totally agree.
That's
what children need to focus on. Thank you, VM.
Thank
we'll
you
go
for
back-
hosting, PF.
We'll be back soon. Take care.
Mwah.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Great chat. Thank you.
Awesome.